Hey, second grade, this is Mrs. Alar here to read chapter 4 of Dolphins at Daybreak. So yesterday we left off on chapter 3. It was a pretty short chapter, and it was all about how they went underwater and they were looking at all of the things around them. And the vocabulary word was steer. So when I think of the word steer, I think of a car. So I'm steering the car, right? I'm telling the car where to go. When you think of the word steer, what do you think? So we know that steer means to direct the motion of a vehicle or something that moves. And so that's what they're doing when they're steering. They're turning the wheel or telling where to go to the submarine. Now, our discussion question was about what do you predict are some beautiful things and some dangerous things Jack and Annie might see when they're underwater in the coral reef. So, beautiful things, of course, they're going to see fish, they're going to see plants that grow underwater and all these beautiful colors. But what's something dangerous that lives in the water? What I was thinking was maybe they're going to see a shark. Maybe they're going to see something that is dangerous that might eat them. Maybe like, I don't know, an octopus or a whale, something that might scare them. So I'm excited to see what's going to go on in chapter 4. Let's get started reading chapter 4. Chapter 4, Fish City. There were fish everywhere, floating over the swaying sea grass, eating on the white sandy bottom, peeping out of coral caves. Some kinds of coral looked like blue fingers or lacy fans. Others looked like deer antlers or lettuce leaves or mushroom trees. Jack read in the book, "Coral reefs are only found in warm tropical waters. Nearly 5,000 different species of fish live around coral reefs in the Indian and Pacific Oceans." Jack pulled out his pencil and his notebook. He started to write a list. Coral reef research. Researchers. Warm water, over 5,000 kinds of fish. "Look," said Annie. The sub floated past a huge starfish, then a pink jellyfish, then a blue seahorse. Jack added to his list. Starfish, jellyfish, seahorses. "What is that?" said Annie. Jack saw a creature that looked like a giant pancake with a long tail. "A stingray?" said Jack. He put on his list as well. "And that?" said Annie. She pointed to the biggest shell Jack had ever seen. It was as big as a footstool. "I'll have to check on that one," said Jack. He turned the pages of the ocean book. When he got to the page about clams, he read aloud. "The giant clam of the coral reef is 3 feet wide and weighs up to 200 pounds. "Wow," said Annie. "No kidding," said Jack. He added giant clam to his list as well. "Dolphins!" cried Annie. Jack looked up. 2 dolphins were peering in the window. They tapped their noses against the glass. Their eyes were bright. They seemed to be smiling. Jack laughed. "It's like we're in a fish tank and they're looking right at us," he said. "Their names are Suki and Sam," said Annie. "Sister and brother." "You are nuts," said Jack. "Here's a kiss for you, Suki," Annie said. She pressed her lips to the glass of the sub like they were kissing on the dolphin's nose. "Oh, brother," said Jack. But the dolphin opened her mouth and tossed her head back. She seemed to be laughing. "Hey, I know the answer to the riddle. Dolphins," said Annie. "They are gray and they are plain, but they have a great beauty inside." "You forgot the rough as rock part," said Jack. "Dolphin's skin looks smooth and slippery." "Oh, right," said Annie. The dolphins flipped their tails. They swam off into the light blue water. "Wait, don't go," said Annie. "Suki!" But the dolphins were gone. "It's time for us to go too," said Jack. He was afraid someone might be looking for the mini sub. "But we haven't solved the riddle yet," said Annie. Jack studied the bright underwater worlds. Look how cool that looks. "I don't see the answer," he said. "There's nothing plain at all here." "Then maybe the answer's inside of the mini-sub," said Annie. They looked around the tiny space. "I'll check the computer," said Jack. He studied the row of pictures at the top of the screen. He Press the book picture. The words ship's log flashed onto the screen. So I wonder what Jack is going to find out in the ship's log. Stay tuned tomorrow for Chapter 5, and stay tuned and read the comments and the description to figure out, number 1, the vocabulary word for the day, and number 2, the discussion question that you could answer with someone that you are with right now. Thanks. Have a good day. Bye.